What is up, guys? My name is Luca, and today we're going to be talking about the reality of monk mode. Now, if you are interested in business or becoming an entrepreneur, you probably have heard of monk mode from people like Ayman Ghazi, who has really made it popular. But I'm going to be telling you the truth from someone who, isn't as successful and tried it for 3 weeks. And I'm going to be telling you the benefits and the negatives. So, if you guys don't know what monk mode is, it's basically where you put a period of time towards your goals, and that can be creating a business, becoming an athlete, or developing a skill. And people put anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 months of their time learning or doing monk mode and learning a skill or learning how to grow their business. But today we're going to be talking about the reality. So let's get into that. So, first thing is that it is super, super hard when you start monk mode, you're gonna realize that it's no joke if you follow it exactly. If you're trying to put 8 hours, 10 hours of work in, it's a lot of work, and you're definitely gonna be overloaded with shit to do. Second thing is you are gonna make mistakes. I made a bunch of mistakes, and that's okay. You're not going to get it right the first time. And these people that are super successful online talking about doing monk mode, being very disciplined when it comes to doing monk mode, have been doing it for years. So don't expect it to be perfect when you try for the first time. And if you don't read, you don't go to the gym one day, that's fine. Do it the next day. It's not the end of the world. And next, the third thing is that you have to keep going. Monk mode is all about commitment and being focused and really like doubling down on what you have in life because you're going to have to focus and cut a lot of distractions out of your life. And that's one of the biggest pieces of advice I could give to anyone who's starting is just to keep going. Keep going. Don't stop because you're going to get to the top and it's going to feel great once you complete that first cycle of monk mode and you're like, holy shit, I've accomplished so much. So, further ado, we're going to talk about the negatives first. And now the third negative or the third worst negative that I saw personally was how tired I was. My tiredness was just on another level. I fell asleep a bunch of times at this desk right here. I fell asleep, just slumped over because my I was just physically tired and mentally from all the work, and I had to go lay down and get rest because I was just so tired. So that's one thing you want to make sure you watch out for is make sure you get a bunch of sleep. I would recommend anywhere from 6 to 8 hours and make sure you're eating right. If you do all those, you'll be great. Next thing is that you're gonna have no motivation. You might be motivated at the start, but motivation's a treat. It doesn't stick around like you think it would. You're gonna start out monk mode. Most people who start in monk mode start it because they're motivated. They're like, let's get this shit done. Let's get going. Then after 3 days, they quit because they're not motivated. So that's a big thing, staying motivated. Third thing is you're gonna have no social life. A part of monk mode is making sure you're not hanging out with friends because you can hang out with a friend for an hour, but that hour can quickly turn into a sleepover, into a whole day hangout where they're taking up so much of your time. Now, social life is great, and I'm in high school during monk mode, so I go to school and I get to talk to my friends and stuff. But outside of that, if you're not in high school, like your friends are gonna take up just so much time, more than you think, and that's the thing with monk mode. You do it for a certain period of time where you don't hang out with people. Then after you can go party, go do whatever. So that is the three negatives of monk mode that I saw personally. The three benefits that I saw was first, or the third benefit that I saw was purpose. I figured out what I wanted to do. I kind of had a more of a direction I wanted to go in, and it really feels great when you know that I want to become this type of person. I know I want to do this. This is who I want to be. That really is something that a lot of people don't have. I talk to people at my school and they don't know what they want to do after high school. They don't know, or even what they want to go to college for. So that's a really big benefit I saw from monk mode. The second biggest benefit I saw was mindset and more specifically discipline. Like I talked about earlier, you're not going to be motivated all the time. You're going to need discipline to get through this shit. Like it's really hard. So you got to make sure you are disciplined on yourself and you develop that mindset. And I tell you, that will play into every aspect of your life. The mindset with monk mode will make your life so much better. And then um The last thing, which was the biggest benefit I saw, was the progress I made. I made so much progress. With monk mode, you make more progress you would in a morning than you would in a week. Just not like being on monk mode. And that is a really big benefit I saw. And I developed my skill, which I will talk about here in a second. So next thing is a summary, my progress, what I made progress in. And like I said, I made progress in my skill. I got way better at software development. If you guys have been following my videos, I'm trying to learn how to no code with Bubble. And I've been using No Code Academy, which has great courses. I'll link a link in the description for that if you guys want to go check that out. Next thing is that I made my first app, which I just completed the other day. It is such a great feeling. I'm so proud of it, and I hope to create more apps like that in the future. Next thing is that I meditated, journaled, and I went to the gym every single day for 3 weeks. I didn't miss one. Now I did miss reading. I have this. If you see here, I have this habit tracker right here. I have reading. I have 5 habits. I have reading, meditating, journaling, and going to the gym. And I did not complete reading and go or my work every day. I had a minimum of 4 hours of work. That was one of the habits, but that is definitely harder when you have school. But yeah, it's we make mistakes and we're gonna get better for my next monk mode. Next thing is I got rid of my brain rot, which was such a big benefit. Most people have problem with attention spams. If you do monk mode, you're gonna be on God tier of like your attention spam. All those kids watching TikTok who are, antsy in class, antsy at work, who just can't focus on shit, you're gonna fucking come in the room and just be laser focused on anything you do because you're gonna have that, skill of not being on your phone and being distracted by stuff. And then the last thing is what I talked about earlier, purpose. I have more of a sense of direction in life. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, I feel like at a young age, if you figure out what you want to do with your life, you're going to be so far ahead of the game because you will be able to start doing what you know you want to do and make progress in that while other kids your age who don't know what they're going to do, but let's just say perhaps they're going to do the same thing that you are, don't know that they're going to do that. So you can get ahead of the game. You can get ahead in the game and you should. I feel like anyone who's watching this video deserves to be successful. And I'm just going to end this, monk mode video off on a quotes. But before I do that, if you guys got any value from this video, I would appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. It mean a lot to me. But I'm going to end this off with one of my favorite quotes is that you deserve the consequences of your actions. If you don't decide to do monk mode and that's your action, your consequence is going to be you're not going to find a sense of direction in life. You're not going to get good at that skill that you could have figured out that you wanted to do and you could have become successful at that skill, or that's going to be your consequence. But if you do decide to do monk mode and that is your action, your consequence is going to be the greatest thing ever. It's going to be you become successful at this skill, this business, this mindset that you put all that time and effort towards. So remember, you deserve the consequences of your actions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.